All right, this is episode 3 of the wax class, and as you see here, I have all of my products, and well, not all of them, but some of them that I've created for my company, which is Smooth Skin Supply. This process of creating what you see here is a long process. I think a lot of people, when they see what I've created, there's a lot of assumptions. There's a lot of assumptions as to it's very simple to do, or there's assumptions as to how easy it is and all that other. It's not an easy process at all. And I am a stickler about what I put to market or what I bring to estheticians for them to purchase. And with the waxes themselves, wax itself takes a long time to make, meaning there's numbers of generations. So for instance, with 7, which is the very first one that I created, which is right here, that is a 10 generation wax, which means there was 10 different trials that I used before I came up with this formulation. And with all of my formulations that I've had, I actually have test spas or people that I know in the industry who actually test the products out for me and give me honest feedback. And those people are in various areas of the country. Some of them are in New York, we have Florida, Virginia, Texas, Chicago, Southern California, some people in Colorado where the altitude's really high, and up north, up in Washington. And I really respect their responses to me when it comes to how it works in their studio, because as we all know, waxing has a lot to do with environment. If your ventilation in your room is horrible and your clients come in and they're sweaty, it's going to be a mess. If your room is too cold and it takes a long time to warm up, your clients are not going to want to take off their clothes to do any kind of body waxing, and their body's going to be cold. There is nothing like having a client that has cold toes and you're waxing their toes. Ugh. You talk about work. The wax balls up, it's not going to spread out on them. It's an absolute mess. So each one of these waxes that I have here is a process. The professional products, I feel, have been fun for me to create because I go with the whole natural product. I believe that the skin does not react to ingredients and products that are put onto it when it's natural. If it's not natural, our skin is more likely to have a reaction. And that's something that I teach to every esthetician who comes across and they want to learn about the products that I've created. My pre and my post products are very intentional. There is a process. There is a system to where I want you and the esthetician to be extremely successful. So the reason I have post products that are natural is because the skin accepts them. The reason most of our professional products have water in them is because everybody accepts water. It's when you start getting into the high chemicals and to some of the alpha hydroxys, and to some of the enzymes, and to some of the vitamins, the vitamin E, the vitamin C, the vitamin A, and you mix all of those together, that's sometimes when the product becomes a little bit tricky on the skin. Now remember, when we are waxing hair, we are pulling the hair out of the follicle. Typically, with most people, there is a response. So even if you have the wax at a perfect temperature, there's going to be a response to the hair being pulled out of the pore, okay? My philosophy is that if we're removing the hair and we put something right onto the skin that allows the skin to be calm and the skin is accepting it as something that's natural and not going to harm it, there's less likely for you to have any kind of irritation. However, some estheticians, not all, will use a product that's either an alcohol-based product or some kind of chemical on top. I don't believe in using toners and cleansers to prep for waxing. So you strip the skin of its natural oil, then you rip the hair out of the follicle, then you put another synthetic synthetic serum or anything that is not natural onto the skin, and then we expect the skin to not react. We're doing too many things. If we can just allow the hair to be removed, we use a very basic product afterwards to calm the skin down. That's it. So what happens is we have a two-part here. We have our Savors line We have our SkinnyHair Wax line, which we just launched. We have our pre and post products. We have our green cream, which is our #1 selling post product for ingrowns for home care. We have our Ouch Balm, which is one of our #1 products for post care. It's very nice. Ouch Balm also comes in retail. I love it. I use it myself. Cocoa and Diva are our best selling hard waxes. 7 is my best selling soft wax for coarse, curly carpet hair. Men's waxing, carpet hair means you can't see the skin underneath. Thick, thick, thick hair. And Latte, you've probably seen I got it backwards. Latte, if you've seen me on my Facebook page, I'm getting my brows waxed with Latte. So Latte definitely is great for brow waxes by far. Also great for face. I've used it on a couple of my 7-minute Brazilians, especially for clients who are already waxing. Latte is really good for. And then we have our SkinnyHair Wax line, which you've probably seen in our videos as well. We have our Sugar, which is our cool sugar wax. We have our Amber, which is a traditional strip wax. And then we have Violet. Violet right now is our very, very, very popular hard wax that we're selling quite a bit of. You've seen me use it in the underarm wax. You've seen it on a half leg wax. And eventually, one of these days, I think I'm going to go ahead and try it in a Brazilian, even though it's polymer. So that's going to be very exciting. And then we have our post products, which again, very simple, very simple. The creative process here is something that I think a lot of people think they know. I get called all the time by some, estheticians telling other estheticians, oh, Stephanie is using private label, or Stephanie's doing all these different things. Here's the thing. When you manufacture something and it's under your name, of course it's a private label. So all of those, folks who think that they're saying that something that's brand new, you're really not. In the creative process, of course, it's mine, but at the same time, if you understand what my process is when it comes to getting the wax made the way I want, then you actually use it, then you notice the difference. I think that's the biggest thing with my soft waxes and my hard waxes. There's a big difference in the waxes that I have. Big difference on application, very big difference on removal, because I'm all about removal being complete. I don't tweeze post wax. I just don't. So having a wax that actually removes the hair completely is always definitely important. The third and the most important thing is that they're all low temp. This one actually doesn't even need a warmer. So you don't even have to put that in a warmer. But all of my waxes are all low in temperature, which means they don't need to be in high heat in order to be effective. So the lower the temperature is, the more likely you are to have your customers be in a comfort zone, which means they're not afraid because it's going to be too hot. So for me, low temp, it removes the hair completely, and I get bigger sizes. So notice these are 16-ounce cans. Traditional waxes are in 14-ounce. Then I also have our 800-gram or 28-ounce, and then I also have this same size for our soft waxes in our Latte and in our 7 as well, which is over here. So this is just a little bit of an explanation of the brands that I have. I have a body line that I'm getting ready to launch. This video probably won't film until after February, but we have a chocolate line that's specifically for you as estheticians that we're bringing to you to offer chocolate treatments the week of Valentine's Day, because cocoa smells like chocolate as well. And we'll be launching some more tutorials that are in my Brazilian viewing room online on Facebook for you to view as well. So, as always, let's go on to the next episode and let's wax.